that gospel uh, is a great, great ideal, and it's the heart of what God would love us to be. It's sort of unreachable for most of us, but we keep trying. Love your neighbor as yourself. Love even those who don't love you, and so on. And so there's always room for us to grow and improve. My thought, though, is sometimes we don't want to put the effort into life and to a Christian life. We wear out, or we lose interest, we lose enthusiasm. And so we have to have our batteries recharged. We have to come here, hopefully, and be revitalized. You go out saying, I'm going to do better. I'm going to love. I'm going to give. I'm going to do. I'm going to use my talents. Well, I never find the people as interested in this Olympic weekend or 2 weeks as I do. Every year, or every 2 years, 4 years at this time, I go to my files and I look under O for Olympics. And I say, what did I say, when we were in London or in China or whatever? What did I say? And I always get very enthused, but I don't seem to get it over to the people the way I would like. We'll see. I like this inspiration so much that in my bathroom, actually, I took this down. It's over the toilet. And it's the guy that ran the first marathon. And so I keep it there so I can keep on going. Now, that's your thinking. But you get the message. I know you do. You're not dumb. That face, though, it's like a holy card to me. This man's name is P-H-E-I-D-I-P-P-I-D-E-S. And he ran 26 miles and a quarter to Athens, Greece, to report the Greeks' victory over the Persians, and that was in the year 490 before Christ, and then he dropped dead. So, but you get the energy of that, don't you? That idea, you gotta keep on going, you just don't quit. And really, when I see you coming in here with the children and waiting for someone to park their car and hoping you can find some place, and you inspire me. Because it is very hard for you to raise a family and bring them here, get them all ready, another day, another week, and all that stuff. So I think it takes a lot of motivation, inspiration, and grace to keep on going. Well, here's my thoughts about it. The Olympics mirror life itself. And the people in the Olympics are sort of us people at our best, striving. So most of them are very young. It's later that you kind of lose zeal, energy, enthusiasm for life. But we want to keep on going till we drop dead. And so these people represent all of us striving for something here, and then something afterwards. So let's listen to St. Paul. He says, every athlete exercises discipline in every way. They do this to win a perishable crown, but we an imperishable crown. And so the gold that they will be awarded again today and so on is representative of the gold crown. Someone sent me this some years ago, and it's on my dresser, so that, if you get discouraged, you got to keep your eye on where you're going. You're going home, and you're going to be crowned, and those goals are far superior to even these, but meanwhile, we certainly are inspired by one another. Paul also said, I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. And from now on, a merited crown awaits me. So it's, a great analogy for us. And I'm going to milk it a little bit and tell you some other thoughts that I have about it. Now, some people never even think there is a race. I mean, they're kind of lazy about life. They have not been inspired. They don't seem to care much. You just live a while and then you die. And a so what thing. I hope you're not like that. Life is such a gift. It's a magic thing every day. It's a treasure. And we need to put our best foot forward. Some people are just not interested. Some watch these events and they're not much moved. Some cheer them on. They get into it. And then some enter the race, and some quit. And then some medal and stand here and here and here. So what can we get out of this? A lot more than I'm even going to say now. But did you know this? That the people who study these matters say that when someone does well in the Olympics, 10% of that was their own talent. 90% were the coaches and the parents and the family who kept them going and made them practice, practice, practice until they did the best. And so I think that's an interesting thing to me. People fall, don't they? But you got to get up. The other day I saw a little boy on a little tricycle, and he fell off, and his mother's there to catch him. You get back up again, don't quit, and then he'll learn to do the bicycle. He will learn, but you have to fall and get up. And the teamwork that is involved is just splendid because it's drawing thousands of people from hundreds of countries together, and many of them have to form one team. And so they get to know each other. The people who have met the other people around the world one way or another are not prejudiced. They're not so narrow. They think of the whole world. I'm a person, I'm a creature of the universe. And all 7 billion of us are very much alike. And God reigns and sun shines on everybody. So I like that. It takes a lot of courage. Can you imagine on those skis going 90 miles an hour? Can you imagine throwing this girl up in the air like this and then bring her down on one skate? I mean, they're risking their lives. Well, if that doesn't move you, I don't know what will. Maybe the guy walking the rope across Niagara Falls. But I love learning from others. I love being inspired by others. I love the excellence of others. Because honestly, I have a few talents, but not many. And I just enjoy the excellence and the minds and creativity of other people. I hope you do too, because that's what part of the joy of life is. And you got to be honest, you can't cheat. Imagine standing there getting the gold and you cheated. It would mean nothing. We've got to keep the rules and we got to not cheat. And so we have the pleasure of all this, but I don't think we can experience the joy that those young people have standing on that pedestal with the tears coming down here. They're tears of great joy. Joy is much better than pleasure. I think that's really what I'm trying to say to you up here. The joy of being with you is better than pleasure. And so I hope you feel the same. Pleasure is good, but joy is better. And then tonight, the Olympics will be over, and they will pass the torch. And so that's symbolic of each one of us. I have a funeral tomorrow of a woman, 89 years old, a very wonderful woman here. Well, she passed the torch now to her children. There's not another day to run or practice or do anything except we pass the torch on to one another. And so hopefully we say, well, I'm going to inflame this world while I can, while I'm here, and I'm not going to give up. And the final thought I have is one I really love. It's from an Olympiad, I think, in the 1920s. And it's about a guy competing with another guy in running. And the movie they made of it, you may remember, is Chariots of Fire, a great one, and with great music. And so Eric Liddell is the one that's running, and he's a missionary. He works for God. And so his sister comes along, and she says, Eric, why don't you give that stuff up? God wants you down in the missions. And he said, no. He said, God made me fast. And when I run, I feel his pleasure. And when I win, I give him honor. I hope you can take that home with you. This is it.